Hey BookTube! So I have had this video on my mind for quite a few weeks, but I have gone on a couple of different getaways and decided to vlog them, so this video kept getting kind of bumped over and over again. But I'm ready now. It is the BookTube Newbie 2.0 tag, and it was created by Michael S. Deutsch. I've been super excited for him because I've really been seeing this tag make the rounds, and people like Peter Likes Books has done it, and I've been a subscriber of his for quite some time, so I got really giddy when I saw that he did it. But even channels that have been on BookTube for quite some time have decided to do it. Michael has nudged me a few times in his comments, but I was recently formally tagged by Ariel's Booklist. So question number one, what genre would you like to see more of on BookTube? I feel like a lot of people might have been saying the same things in regards to this answer, but for me it's also nonfiction, self-help. I read a lot of self-help and I love hearing about really good self-help books, whether that's in regards to leadership or productivity or just kind of overcoming our own demons and dysfunctions, because listen, we all have them. I'd also like to hear about more new adult and adult books. Even being part of a book club, every time I have to select books, they all end up being YA, and I love YA, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I'm just not exposed to other books. I want to hear about amazing books outside of that YA bubble. Because I do read nonfiction and self-help, you will see those kinds of books popping up on my channel. Question number two, what do you feel is the best way to make friends on BookTube? Interestingly enough, I feel like the best way to make friends on BookTube is actually by adding people on Twitter. So for me, when I find a channel that I like, after I've watched the first video, after I've subscribed, after I've let a comment, then I go to their About page and I look at what other social networks they're on. The two that I almost always add, actually three. The three that I almost always add if they're available is Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. Goodreads is perfect because obviously that's another social network where we're all gathered to talk about books. We can see what we've been adding, we can see what we've rated things, and a lot of the times if I read a book that's not 4 or 5 stars, I don't feel like taking the effort to review it via video, but I will do it on Goodreads. So following them on these other social networks gives me an opportunity to learn more about them and to see the things that are not getting uploaded to YouTube. So it opens other channels for exchanging information, for getting to know each other, and for me, that's how I think is the best way to make friends. Number three, what do you enjoy the most about making BookTube videos? What I enjoy the most is the entire process. It's the reading the book, it's the discussing it, but as a graphic designer, one of the things that I really enjoy is editing, but not just editing, learning new techniques, maybe learning new software, figuring out different ways to do things, and just kind of improving the craft, I guess. What I love about it is the constant learning and growing, not just with what I'm doing, but with what I'm reading. Whether it's fiction or not, I feel like I learn something in every single book that I read, and BookTube pushes me to read more. Question number four, what do you least look forward to about creating BookTube videos? I would have to say it's the setup. Right now, I'm sitting here and I'm sweating. I'm sweating because I had to set up 2 lights, I had to set up my tripod, my camera, the mic on top, I put on makeup, I had to go digging through my closet to find something to wear that I haven't worn in a previous video, and that whole process takes me longer than just recording the video. That for me is frustrating. Do I need to wear makeup in all my videos? Probably not. And the truth is, I don't wear makeup every day. I don't wear it to work, but when in front of the camera, I feel like I have to. Question number 5. What other videos besides tags, TBRs, hauls, reviews, and recommendations would you like to see? I actually really enjoy vlogs, collaborations, and I'd love to see more book club discussions. Those are always awesome. I know those can be difficult because obviously you don't want to sit in on a discussion where you haven't read the book yet. But when I have read the book, I do go searching for those discussions, and I will watch the entire hour or hour and a half or whatever it is. Something I have seen but not too much of is author interviews. I think those are really cool. There have been times where my book club was going to read a book and I wasn't really interested in it, so I would go on YouTube and start searching out videos. And almost always, after seeing the author in an interview discussing the book or why they wrote it or how difficult the process was or whatever, all of a sudden I become interested in wanting to read this book. Number 6, what are some of your BookTube goals? Right now, the smallest goal I have is to make it to 100 subscribers just so I can get my custom URL. I think I will stop thinking about subscribers after this. I am so close, and I feel like it's taking so long to get those last 3 subscribers. But a goal that doesn't have anything to do with milestones, I'd really like to be a channel that contributes to bringing nonfiction and self-help and a lot of the other things that aren't as prominent on BookTube. Question number 7, what are some themes you want to see less of in books? I think I'm kind of over the chosen one theme. I feel like it's been overdone. Like, characters can be special and I think we're all unique in our own way, but the whole chosen one is just like, it just seems like a cop-out. Create a strong character, but make them realistic, make them have flaws. Let it be someone that I admire in my real life. Not literally, but like them. Question number 8, what advice would you give a booktuber that just started their channel? I know a lot of people have said they're here on BookTube to talk about books, but also to make friends. So if you are interested in making friends, then find out about little bookish events. They don't have to be far away, you don't have to travel far, but find out about local bookish events. Go to them. Try telling other people about it. Maybe other booktubers will find it. I love, love, love having other booktubers nearby that I can talk to and we can talk about our next video or get excited about the same books, or we encourage each other, which is cool. But I wouldn't have met them if I was only making videos at home. It took me going out and going to Indie Book Fest to meet 2 of them. Until BookTube, I hadn't realized how many book events there actually are. There are some big ones, but there's small ones too. So they're out there, you just gotta look for them. Question number 9, what are qualities you look for in other booktubers? The 2 qualities I look for in other booktubers are being genuine, but also being funny. I love funny booktubers. Question number 10, what are some facts that other booktubers might not know about you? Honestly, I'm not even sure what to say here. So I have a 16-year-old son who hates reading. It breaks my heart every time I think about it. I'm an animal lover and I have 4 cats and 1 dog. I have a Siberian Husky. I teach creative presentation at a local university. I love doing crafty things with my hands. I do know how to crochet, so that's always fun, but living in Florida, I feel like I don't get to take advantage of that as much as I did when I lived in New York. All right, so question number 11 is, who do you tag? And I'm gonna tag a few people, and I'm sorry if I can't remember if any of you guys have already done this tag, but I'm going to tag Half a Word, Protagonist, Darcy Reads, Brunette Bibliophile, The Owl Read Books, and For the Love of Books and Reading. Once again, I think this is a really great tag. I'm so happy that Michael came up with it. I'm glad it's doing its rounds. So hopefully you guys have learned a little bit more about me. If you've already done the BookTube Newbie 2.0 tag, please feel free to leave your link in the comments below. I would love to check it out. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.